in a surprising turn within the long-fractured dynamic between two of Hollywood's most watched former partners. Sources close to the situation say that Amber Heard has recently taken notice of reports surrounding Johnny Depp's blossoming new relationship. While the development itself has circulated quietly within entertainment circles for several weeks, what has stirred public intrigue is the suggestion that Heard, now settled into a quieter life abroad, may be seeking a private meeting with Depp, one aimed, according to those familiar with her perspective, at achieving long-delayed closure rather than reigniting controversy. Johnny Depp's new romance, still intentionally shielded from broad media exposure, has been described as a stabilizing force in the actor's post-trial era, after years spent re-establishing his career, reconnecting with fans, and pursuing personal creative projects. Sources say that Depp's relationship has brought a renewed sense of calm into his daily life. Close friends have commented, off the record, that the actor appears more grounded than he has been in several years, focusing heavily on music, travel, and small, private gatherings. The presence of a supportive partner, they say, which has complemented that chapter. According to individuals familiar with Amber Heard's private conversations, the actress became aware of the relationship several weeks ago through shared acquaintances and limited media speculation. Although Heard has largely avoided public commentary about her former marriage in recent years, those close to her say that she reacted not with bitterness or shock, but with a kind of introspective calm that surprised even those around her. Living mostly outside the celebrity spotlight and devoting her time to motherhood, professional opportunities abroad, and humanitarian interests, Heard is reportedly in a stable emotional place that has allowed her to reflect from a healthier distance. Still, the news appears to have stirred something significant, an emerging desire to speak with her former husband one final time. The motivation behind this wish, sources insist, is not rooted in rekindling a relationship or revisiting old disputes, but instead in addressing lingering, emotional threads that were never resolved in the wake of their highly publicized legal battles. Amber has changed a great deal over the past few years, said a source who asked to remain anonymous due to the sensitivity of the matter. She's older, more grounded, focused almost entirely on her daughter and on rebuilding her life privately. Hearing that Johnny has moved on romantically didn't upset her. It clarified something. She wants to close the door on that chapter in a calm, human way. She wants peace. Whether Depp shares that sentiment remains unclear. The actor has, in public statements, emphasized his desire to move forward, avoiding public discussions about Heard, except when legally required. Insiders describe him as protective of the stability he has built and cautious about revisiting past turmoil. The idea of a private meeting, especially one without professional mediation, would require careful consideration. Still, those close to the actor acknowledge that the concept of closure is something Depp has reflected on privately. While his legal victories and professional resurgence have stabilized his public life, the emotional turbulence of past years is not easily dismissed. Johnny is not hostile, said one person familiar with his thinking. He's thoughtful, even sentimental, but he's also protective of his peace. If he were to meet with Amber, it would be for the purpose of ending things with dignity, not reopening any wounds. Heard, for her part, is said to be aware that such a meeting may not be welcomed or may not be possible at all. Yet, according to individuals in her circle, the impulse to reach out is less about expectation and more about personal responsibility, a recognition that their shared history, however painful, deserves some final acknowledgement. She reportedly believes that clinging to silence has allowed misunderstandings, bitterness, and global scrutiny to harden their separate narratives rather than allow them to heal. Some observers within the entertainment industry have reacted cautiously to the prospect of a reunion of any kind, even a quiet one. The relationship between Depp and Heard remains one of the most polarizing topics in modern celebrity culture, and both actors have spent years trying to separate their public identities from the storm that once surrounded them. A meeting, even conducted discreetly, risks being interpreted through countless speculative lenses, yet others argue that a private conversation could mark a significant and humanizing step forward for both individuals. In an industry defined by spectacle and sensationalism, a moment of genuine reconciliation, or at least mutual acknowledgement, could symbolize growth, maturity, and the quiet resilience that emerges only after painful chapters have been fully lived through. For now, the situation remains fluid. Those close to Heard say she has not attempted formal outreach, but is contemplating the best, least disruptive way to do so. Meanwhile, insiders on Depp's side maintain that he is focused on his personal and professional commitments, giving no indication of how he might respond to such a request. What is clear is that time has changed both parties. The tumultuous years that once defined their names and headlines have given way to separate lives shaped by new priorities, new commitments, and new relationships. Whether their stories intersect again, even briefly and quietly, depends on choices both will need to make, choices that may ultimately reflect not their past, but the people they are becoming. For now, observers can only watch as two individuals, once bound by love and later divided by conflict, contemplate what healing might look like after all this time if indeed they choose to seek it. At all buddies, I hope you all are doing well. Please friends, subscribe the channel, share with your beloved ones. I wish you best of luck, wishing you excellent time ahead and have you a nice day. I will see you next time.